Order! Order! You are an incorrigible delinquent at times. Behave yourself, man!
Here are two rather shocking claims. Women don't earn as much as men because they aren't as ambitious, and the BBC's Claudia Winkleman and Vanessa Feltz managed to negotiate a good salary from the BBC because they're Jewish. That was what was printed in the Irish edition of the Sunday Times this morning. Kevin Myers' column titled "Sorry Ladies, Equal Pay Has to Be Earned" has now been taken off the website, and the Sunday Times editor, Martin Ivins, today apologised, saying it should never have been published.
The Sunday Times has sacked a columnist and apologised for an article that suggested two BBC presenters were well paid because they were Jewish. Well, Phil Edwards has been following this story. Give us a bit of the background and the context of this.
This was a story, Gillian, that appeared in the Irish edition of the Sunday Times, and one which attracted widespread condemnation almost immediately on social media sites. It was about the discrepancy in pay at the BBC between female and male senior presenters. It was called "Sorry Ladies, Equal Pay Has to Be Earned." But in the piece, Myers wrote the following: "I note that two of the best paid women presenters in the BBC, Claudia Winkleman and Vanessa Feltz, with whose no doubt sterling work I am tragically unacquainted, are Jewish. Good for them." But he went on, and this is the highly contentious paragraph: "Jews are not generally noted for their insistence on selling their talent for the lowest possible price, which is the most useful measure there is of inveterate, lost with all hands stupidity." As I say, it's that generalisation that led to a storm of protest. The article was taken down pretty quickly from the online edition of the paper. The Sunday Times overall editor, Martin Ivins, issued a formal apology, saying the comments in a column by Kevin Myers in today's Irish edition of the Sunday Times were unacceptable and should not have been published. What about the editor of the Irish Sunday Times? He's Frank Fitzgibbon. He said, "On behalf of the Sunday Times, I apologise unreservedly for the offence caused by the comments in a column written by Kevin Myers and published today in the Ireland edition of the Sunday Times. It contained views that have caused considerable distress and upset to a number of people." And he went on, "This newspaper abhors anti-Semitism and did not intend to cause offence to Jewish people." And in the last hour, it's emerged, Julian, that he's now been sacked. The paper has said he will not write for them again. It's going to provoke all sorts of discussions about freedom of expression, but also what is still beyond the pale, and this clearly was beyond the pale.
Indeed. Phil Edwards, thank you.